What's up, everybody? Welcome to the SuperThwak podcast. This is episode 6.
It's going by kind of fast.
It's going by super fast.
I dig it though.
Yeah.
It gives me something to look forward to at work every day.
Exactly. Then, as we always do, let's go over the hosts.
Anthony Stevens.
Damian Leba, and special guest again,
Justus.
Yeah, he's here with us again talking about some fun and exciting things that went on in the world of entertainment in the last week or so.
Yes.
Yeah.
The thing I'm most excited for, well, you were actually really on top of that one. Kept sending me, you sent me that there was a leak, you sent me the title, and then as soon as I woke up, I saw both, and then I went online and the whole trailer was out.
Yeah.
Spiral from the Book of Saw. It looks unique.
It does. I think it looks way better than Jigsaw, the last one.
I was telling him earlier. It's not the worst movie in the world.
No,
but it's close.
I will stand my ground.
Super close. I'm like, really?
I will stand my ground here, though. I like that movie.
He has some validated points, which I'll give him.
I liked that they like went back to the beginning. Like they actually like made
10 years
people feel
before.
connected.
Yeah.
They went to the very first like scene that he set up and everything and all that. I thought that was cool. I mean, was it necessary? No, but I enjoyed it.
They didn't have to make that movie.
I agree, but like
No, they didn't.
but like I've said previously,
Someone asked for it.
Saw is my favorite horror franchise.
Me too.
So I'm always okay with another
Yeah.
one, even if they do have diminishing returns.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm really excited, and the acting in it looks fantastic because you have Chris Rock, Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah, which is why I never would have thought I'd see Chris Rock and Sam Jackson in a Saw movie.
Well, I told Anthony earlier. I thought that Chris Rock may have mentioned something about this a couple of years ago, like maybe even 5-6 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then, like I said, after Jordan Peele got Get Out and Us Off the Ground,
Right.
and John Krasinski got Quiet Place off the ground, they started having more faith in the people that do more like comedic roles and stuff like that to let them be in charge, because when you get comedians to run things, a lot of the times, especially if you do a horror movie, they have a really sick, twisted like sense of the world.
Yeah.
So they can flip it on you and give you something you never expect. Like the twists in Get Out and Us. Like Get Out maybe didn't have, or Us didn't maybe have the best twist.
I thought, in my personal opinion, I liked Us a little bit more than.
How dare you?
Is that bad to say?
No, it's not bad to say. But
Everyone's entitled to their opinion. I liked them both. I loved them both.
Yeah.
I just think that Get Out had a better twist, because like I thought I knew what was going on, and every time I was like, oh, okay, this is what's going on. They would throw something else where I was like,
Right.
all right, well, fuck me.
Right.
Yeah, like I was saying too, like when you come out of the gate with like Get Out as your first movie, and then I think, I don't know, at least for me when I watched this, I was kind of disappointed because I was expecting something, I don't know, just bigger in a way.
I don't think I can say.
How do you? What do you mean exactly?
Like when you saw Get Out and you saw the reveal of what they're actually doing there, like that, like you're like, oh, like really shocked.
Yeah.
And nothing in Us really shocked me.
Really?
Yeah, not really.
I don't think it needed to be bigger. I enjoyed it.
Mm.
But everyone does get their own opinion.
Yeah.
I respect your opinion, because me and you can go back and forth on movies all day.
Yeah.
Well, and don't get me wrong. I think both movies are fucking fantastic. You know what I mean? Maybe I just like Us a little bit more for like. I thought it was like. It sped up pretty quick, and that's what I like. I like being like just like fully entertained.
Right.
And with Get Out, there was like some slow moments, and don't get me wrong, I really enjoyed like the dialogue and the story of it. But like I said, I like Us just a tad bit more.
I definitely like the action bits of Us more than Get Out.
Right.
But the story and the twists I thought were better from Get Out.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Absolutely.
But like I said, like the actors they have in place for Spiral get me excited.
Absolutely.
The producer being Chris Rock gets me excited because, like I said, that twisted sense of humor.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see what he does with the story.
Yeah. Well, I've been a fan of Chris Rock since I was like 6, 7 years old. So for him to do something like that, I'm very interested.
Yeah.
Well, and he seems like he's honestly kind of had phases throughout our life of like his type of comedy.
Yeah.
He got really family friendly there in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
He did for a little bit. Yeah,
Like
he
from
did for a
Everybody
little
Hates
bit.
Chris to Grown Ups.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
And then now he feels like he's starting, like ever since he released Tambourine on Netflix, his stand-up special, he seems like he's gotten more adult again.
Yeah. And he's also going to be in the new season of Fargo.
Oh,
I didn't see
yeah.
that.
Really?
Yeah, so that's going to be interesting too. Yeah.
I wonder if he plays like a cop role.
It's not a cop role. It's kind of like, at least just from the trailer, kind of looks like a mob type character. I think it takes place like the 40s or something like that. 40s
I can dig that.
Yeah.
That's the thing about Chris Rock is like, I feel like he definitely has like more than the potential to play those kind of roles.
Yeah, and I think that's like the truth. Like, not every comedic actor, but a lot of them, like when they go to do like dramatic roles,
Yeah.
they're usually pretty like Steve Carell.
Right.
I was with Foxcatcher, and that one about the housing crisis we wrote in 2008. It was Christian Bale, Steve Carell, Ryan Gosling. I forgot what it was called.
No, I was gonna say The Manchurian Candidate, but
No.
I know it's wrong.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
be.
that movie. That was
Yeah.
more dramatic.
I
role,
can
too.
look it up real quick.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna be. Yeah, Nate's not here today.
I could be the
Well,
fact check.
I will say he has an excuse though.
Yeah.
We did pretty much get dumped on with snow, and he does live
Colorado
an hour
Springs,
away.
yeah.
So
Who would you say was like the main actor in that movie that you're talking about?
Either Christian Bale or Steve Carell.
Okay.
okay.
And it's gonna come to me right before you find it.
Yeah, but
I'm not the fastest fact checker, but
It's all
you know
good,
I'm gonna do my best here.
the one thing I did hear from it that I liked theory-wise
The Big
is,
Short.
Literally as I pull it up.
See, I told you it was gonna happen.
Literally.
The Big Short.
Literally.
like seeing actors like that come together gets me excited. So like the idea or the theory I heard was that Samuel L. Jackson is basically going to be playing the dad of Chris Rock,
Yeah.
which you would think of something like that beforehand, like as a fan,
Yeah.
and like it feels out of left field to me.
Mm.
What do you mean
Like
by your emotions there?
like I would never put those two together thinking they could even be closely related. I don't know why. Just
Really?
their personalities.
They are very different. Yeah.
Because Chris Rock seems more energetic and like happy. If I were to look at them as father and son, I would look at it as like Red Foreman and Eric Foreman.
Okay.
I get what you're. I can get what you mean. I don't know. I feel like it with them. I feel like it's gonna give a really like emotional like twist. It like maybe like something happens to his dad like where he gets caught up in a torture.
I really want to see a scene where Chris Rock kind of like has like a moment, like where you can really see him
He like gives
act.
it. Yeah, he gives it all. Kind
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'd be very excited for that. I'm also kind of excited. I'm trying to think of what the guy's from. I know he's in that movie, The Internship. The guy who plays his new partner.
Yeah, he looks
Show?
familiar. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like the bad guy from that Internship movie with Vince Vaughn and Owen Wilson.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And he's in one other movie, but I can't think of it. But I've liked everything I've seen from him, so hopefully they continue. And you got a bunch of dudes in masks running around. I'm not sure if that's going to be like
One of them is Chris
copycats.
Rock.
It is?
Yeah, if you watch the trailer again, I think the one in the front and the middle is Chris Rock.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't know what's going on there.
Huh.
Interesting.
That does give you some questions.
Do they have like a full cast out for Spiral?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
they do.
you
They
should.
do? I'll look it up real
Here,
quick.
I
I got
fact
my-
checked
oh, you
right.
got your
Sorry,
IMDb?
I'm sorry.
Oh, you're good, dog.
I'm slacking here.
Favorite scene in the trailer? You wanna play games, motherfucker?
yeah. I was happy you got a motherfucker out of
Yeah.
the trailer. I
Yeah.
did not expect that. I'm definitely really excited for it. I think I'm honestly I'm more interested in like the backstory of everything and like
Yeah.
who is basically like in my opinion what I got from the trailer is like someone's going to be impersonating Jigsaw.
Mhm.
So I'm curious to see who would be.
And it's still, from what I've read, like it still takes place in the same universe as the last ones.
Okay. Is it going to be the same city and everything?
I don't know. That's the thing, cause like I was watching another YouTube video. I forgot the name of it. My apologies. But he was saying that that's the first like landscape shot we've ever gotten in a Saw movie. Like when it shows the city and it looks like New York in the trailer. Like there's never been like a just
Did we not
City
get one in
shot.
Jigsaw?
No. And I thought that was cool because honestly, when I first saw that pop up in the trailer, I thought it was gonna be a totally like different movie.
Yeah, and if you notice too in the old ones, like it never says what state it takes place in.
Yeah.
Like if you see the cop cars, one of them says Fairweather State, that's it, and then the police station just says something police department. It doesn't even say a city.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's never stated.
As far as the cast of this movie, there's not really much released. Chris Rock as Detective Zeke Banks. Samuel Jackson as Marcus Banks. Not too sure how to pronounce this person's last name. Max McGilla.
I think that's him. That's part of it.
As Detective William Shink. I might be pronouncing these names wrong. Fuck off. And then Marissa Nichols as Captain Angie Garza.
Okay, yeah, so really only 3 people, I guess, that are like bigger that you know
Yeah.
of.
People are gonna be like, this guy's stupid, he can't pronounce no names.
It's all good. So yeah, no, there's a lot to look forward to with this movie, so I'm definitely excited. But I can't remember the exact release date, but I think it's around
May 5th.
May 5th.
Yeah.
So
A few months.
yeah, no, it gives me another reason to
Something to look forward to.
keep breathing for the next
Yeah.
other than watching my kids and grow up and all that. And then moving on from here, what else do we got?
We want to talk about the results of the Super Bowl.
So I vividly remember somebody saying that we can laugh about how right he was, but I don't think that's what happened.
No, I'll take the L.
I'll take the L. You're a fucking loser.
I will say I was worried there for a minute because it was, what was it, 10-3 at one point?
20-10.
Well, I mean like at
Oh,
the beginning, in the second quarter or whatever, and then all of a sudden, second half starts. Was it 10-10 going into the half? Yeah,
It was
the
9-10.
first tie in Super Bowl history, I believe. Going into half.
Yeah.
Okay.
Coming straight out of the gate, out of halftime, you get a touchdown and 2 field goals. Is that
Was it?
or was it? Because you got 11 points off there. So.
I'm trying to remember how it went down.
Or the final score was it was 1 field goal. It was a touchdown and a field goal.
Yeah.
Because the final score was 31-20.
Yeah, the first one was a field goal and then it was a touchdown.
Okay, and then from there on, it looked like Casey was just gonna blow it because it got down to the last 6 minutes of the game, and then Casey blew up and 21 points in a row.
Yeah, and the 49ers did what they shouldn't have done. They should stick with their game plan. What got them there in the first place is the run game. Yeah. And they decided just to give the game, put it in Jimmy G's hands.
Yeah.
You can't do that. That's what happened.
It's almost, I won't say it's as embarrassing, but it's almost as embarrassing as Russell Wilson throwing in the end zone on like the 3-yard line.
That and also Kyle Shanahan, coach of the 49ers, was the offensive coordinator of the Falcons in that Super Bowl. Falcons and Patriots, when they had a 28-3 lead and they blew that. Yeah, so same situation. You'd think he would have learned from that one.
I mean, he was a Shanahan, so.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
2 Super Bowls.
And I'm good with that. I'll be grateful as a Broncos fan. But after that, after Elway left Shanahan couldn't get anything going.
Yeah. I don't know, they'll be back. 49ers will be back again. They're like a young team overall. They only have a few veteran players.
Well, and even then, they seem like they can create a new team and go to the Super Bowl every 6-7 years.
Yeah, because last year they were terrible. They had 4 wins last year, and then now 13.
Kaepernick's rookie season, they went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So, and that was a no-name team pretty much out of the gate.
Yeah.
He was a second stringer that only got a chance because of an injury.
Yep.
So.
Alex Smith.
Yeah. So there's a lot of looking forward to next year and seeing if the Chiefs are the same team going into next year.
Yeah, is the track record of teams that go to Super Bowl and what they do the season after. Usually there's a little bit of a decline.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Yeah, except for
you see what happened to the Rams. They went to the Super Bowl last year, and this year they pretty much garbage.
Oh yeah. Well, and the Eagles the year before that weren't really.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. So definitely, I was happy to at least be proven right in my opinion, even though I had no basis. But it also started to make me sad because now we're not going to have any football for a while. Except we are.
We are this weekend.
Yes. Very first XFL game start.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly who's playing.
I believe it was
is it all teams or
Washington. No, I believe it was only one game. But I'll check for sure. But I was checking earlier today. Because,
No, there's 2 games Saturday, 2 games Sunday.
Okay.
So that still leaves 2 teams not playing.
There's 8 teams.
I thought there was 10.
8.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought it was 10 too, and then I looked again, and I was like, oh, there's only 8.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, every week, Saturday and Sunday, there's games.
So how many games are they? Do you know how many games are in the season?
So Saturday,
Each team has 10 games. So 10 games.
So 10 games.
Yeah.
Okay.
sorry. Saturday is Sea Dragons. I believe Washington Sea Dragons.
Seattle.
Excuse me, and then DC Defenders.
Okay.
Okay.
And then what's the night game there on Saturday?
Let's see here. Saturday night, LA Wildcats, and then Houston Roughnecks. That name always gets me. Sunday, Vipers, TV Vipers,
Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay.
You owe me a Coke.
I got you a monster. Where are you?
Oh, you did.
Vipers, and then New York Guardians.
That's my team. I'm picking them.
New York.
Yeah.
And then
I'm going
nighttime we got Seattle Battlehawks.
St. Louis.
Jesus fucking Christ. And then Dallas Renegades.
Nice.
And then they got.
What team are you going for?
If you had to pick a team.
I kind of want to go with the Seattle Sea Dragons.
Really?
Yeah, just because the name flows well, and it really this shit really reminds me of like Blitz the League.
It really does.
And then in the first Blitz the League, Seattle was the best.
Yeah.
So how about this? Next podcast, each one of us nails down the team we want, including Nate, and just throw 10 on it.
Okay.
And if none of our teams go to whatever their version of the championship game will be, who cares? We'll all take our money back.
Mm-hmm.
But otherwise, if one of our teams even makes it to a championship game and no one else's does, that person wins the match.
Okay.
Yeah,
And playoffs are weird. I think there's like 1 round of playoffs and then a championship game. I believe.
So basically, like
right.
a semifinals.
Playoffs. Saturday, April 18th, East 2, East 1.
Yeah.
Sunday, April 19th, West 2, West 1, and then championship.
Yeah. So there's only one round.
Okay,
and
so
then...
a semifinals and a finals.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, no, that works for me. If it would be really fantastic if it was like the last 4 teams were the teams we all picked,
Right.
and then like it would at least make it to where I would watch the championship game. I really, really hope that the XFL does well. Having an off-season football game to watch would make me happy.
Oh yeah. And if it's successful, we like can have football like all year round.
Yeah.
And that's what I want.
And then leading off from there, I saw a news story this week that threw me way off. Paul Rubin has been talking for years apparently about making a adult version of Pee-wee's Playhouse.
Wow.
And the one thing that would get me excited for it is that he's always tried to eye big directors and stuff,
Okay.
and like adult directors to handle stuff maturely. I think at one point he tried to get Judd Apatow whenever he was in a Judd Apatow movie. I can't remember, or no, because Judd Apatow directed the Pee-wee Playhouse reboot a few years ago, and he was like, and on the side he was trying to get him to make an adult version as well.
Wow.
But now he's trying to get the directors from Uncut Gems and what is that, Good Time?
Good time. Yep.
And he says he's taking it seriously and trying to get them to write the script and everything. And so, if nothing else, it's interesting.
Yeah.
And if it actually comes to fruition, I'd watch it.
Especially with the Safdie brothers, they're the directors. Like their like style is like super like hectic and nonstop. That'd be like pretty cool.
I still have to rewatch Good Time because I fell asleep.
That's a good.
Because I was really tired. I'd worked a 14-hour shift and then I went home and tried to watch it and went.
Paul Rubin is just such an odd guy. So I'm surprised he's like getting these. If he could get this role to work out, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's had like weird accusations.
So the one thing he has against him, which in my opinion is total bullshit. Have you ever watched the movie The Departed?
Yeah.
Do you remember the scene where they go into the porno theater?
Yeah.
Mm.
And everybody's sitting there jerking it?
Mm.
Yeah.
That's what he got in trouble for.
For masturbating?
In a movie theater. In a porno movie
Made
theater.
for them.
And other people were doing it. But he's the only one who got charged because he was famous and they wanted to make an example of him.
Yeah, you're totally right. But wasn't there something else about...
To my knowledge, that was all I've ever heard about him.
I'm not gonna start making acting.
Right?
So I'm gonna kind of keep my mouth
He did
shut.
this.
And honestly, he's been in a lot more things than you realize. Like, that I never expected.
Yeah, because I never even like paid attention to him really.
Like, did you know he was in Batman 1989? Not 1989. Batman Returns. Michael Keaton. Penguin's dad.
That's a deep cut.
And then, years later, they decided to make the TV show Gotham. And once again, he played Penguin's dad. I was like, I like the little hat tips and things like that. Like, it makes me happy. So, like, I'd be happy to see him do something because he deserves... I think he deserves some sort of redemption. Like, even though it's literally... It happened right before Batman Returns. That whole episode.
Yeah.
People still look at him the wrong way, and I don't think he deserves it. Like, I think that the title of, like, a sexual offender needs to be given to people who actually, like, deserve it.
Like legit.
Like the Cosbys of the world.
Yeah.
Where that should be, like... I don't know, that should have been handled differently.
Oh, yeah.
So from what I'm reading, and I don't know if this is like a great source, EW.com.
Entertainment.
Yeah, that's a good
Okay. A day after Los Angeles police arrested actor Jeffrey Jones, his pal Paul Rubens, aka P. Herman, turned himself into on related charges of possessing child pornography.
That does
See, and that's what I was gonna mention, and then it just goes on to saying he got off on like a misdemeanor charge of possessing materials of children under the age of 18.
Does it say when that article's from?
Posted on November 18, 2002.
Okay,
Wow.
so since he's been in stuff since then, I think he would have been blacklisted if it was found true.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think there's any way Hollywood would let him back.
It says
you see all these guys getting accused of
guilty,
stupid
though.
shit.
He
Yeah.
pleads guilty.
No, I get that 100%, but it also could be like technicality type stuff where like his friend was using his computer or something, and he didn't know, and he handed over the computer to authorities or whatever.
Yeah, there could be way more to it than we know.
No, fair enough. Fair enough.
Whatever the case may be, and I really hope that he wouldn't do something like that. Whatever the case may be, I would hope that Hollywood wouldn't allow that. Like, they don't allow people like Harvey Weinstein to produce movies anymore. And
Yep.
you technically, I'm sure, I think he actually recently went through a bunch of court stuff, but like, there's nothing rock solid proving he did anything. Whereas, like, if you do have something rock solid where someone's pleading guilty to something like that,
I could have sworn there was audio of Harvey Weinstein talking like nasty to a chick.
That wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah,
He doesn't
I could've
seem
sworn
like the
there was.
I feel like there's certain celebrities per se that can get away with that.
And like, I don't know if
stuff,
you've seen
you know what I mean?
the Amber Heard stuff that came out recently, this past week. Like, you know how everyone's like trying to blacklist Johnny Depp for allegedly beating her or whatever?
Yeah.
Audio came out from 2015, a few days ago, about her. She's confessing to actually hitting Johnny Depp.
Oh, really?
So now, like, there's a petition to get her off of Aquaman 2 and all this other shit. So, like, oh, it's a crazy situation.
That's harsh.
Yeah.
That's a weird
say
situation for sure.
As much as I liked Aquaman, I didn't feel like she was that important.
I thought
I
she
think
looked good.
Yeah, but she could have been replaced with another redhead and it would have been fine.
True, yeah.
So, like, and I'm not...
She is pretty fine. I thought she was fine.
Yeah.
I just don't feel like she's the best actress. Like,
Fair enough.
skill-wise. not that they could just put anybody in there and be fine. Like, I don't even know who I would attempt to cast in that role.
I'd almost say Emma Watson.
That would make me happy.
That would make me happy.
I want to see
I
her
could
in
get
more
with
things
that.
because
I get with that.
There's plus, you can just name almost any actress, I think, and they could fit almost.
They would just have to have fucking red hair.
or
Yeah,
dye it
you know what I
because she
mean?
doesn't have red hair.
It's a wig.
Yeah.
There's scenes where it looked dyed, and there's scenes where it looked like a fucking wig.
Oh yeah.
I'm like,
Maybe,
what the
maybe
that's
did
not
she do
surprising.
both?
Yeah,
So there's always going to be accusations thrown around at everyone, and hopefully Hollywood's able to decipher what's true and what's false
Yeah.
and like make decisions. Because if that's the case, I don't think the dude should even be able to try to make another movie.
Right. Well, did they ever blacklist like Kevin Spacey?
Oh yeah, no, he hasn't acted in anything. Since.
And you know what's
he
weird
keeps
about
trying?
You know what's weird about that? Every guy who accused him of shit like keeps dying. I think is what it is.
Yeah.
It keeps what?
They keep dying.
Oh,
Especially after because
maybe
December.
we shouldn't talk about this.
December 24th of the last 2 years,
Mm-hmm.
he's released videos on YouTube.
Yeah, they're fucking weird videos.
Yeah.
It's like him cooking or him doing something in the kitchen.
In character from his character from his Netflix show House of Cards.
Yeah.
And
It's fucking weird.
talking about like taking people out type shit.
Yeah.
And then shortly thereafter, 3 people died.
And there's
Yeah,
How
accusing
come
him of shit.
nobody has fucking said anything?
No, like Joe Rogan has talked about it on his podcast.
Oh,
Like,
really?
I'll have to
Yeah.
watch that.
It's
Is he
okay.
going in depth like
He-
Joe
yeah,
Rogan?
like, you'll have to look up the clips, but he's talked about it on multiple different podcasts where he's like, what the fuck is going on? Like, he's like, I don't know if he's actually like hiring people to like put a hit out and shit on these people to like get it to where he can start acting in movies again. He's like, but he seems like he could do that shit.
We're starting a fucking controversy right now. That's what we're doing.
So there have been a lot. I haven't been able to keep track of all the Me Too's, and I know we're a little late on all that, but it almost seems like if there were a time for any of those people that got Me Too to come back, it would be right around now when the heat's starting to die off.
Yeah.
And so I think the next couple of years will tell how Hollywood like treats that situation, because during a event like Me Too, everyone has to be behind everybody.
What is Me Too?
Me Too is like I was
That's
molested too.
Yeah, it's the
right?
movement of the
Like
women that
Me
started
Too.
coming out against.
Okay.
They're saying they had experiences with. It started with Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah.
And
All the
then it
girls that were
moved
saying
on.
like Me Too, like
Yeah, James
I was
Franco got
molested
Me
too.
Too'd
Oh, okay.
by the chick
I
from
didn't
in
know that
Breakfast
was
Club.
like a term.
Well, have you ever watched like it affected a lot of Hollywood. Like have you ever watched The Ranch?
Yeah, I love that show.
Do you realize have you watched all of it?
No, I haven't watched like the part. What are they? They're on like part 9 or part 8 or something. I
So
haven't watched the last
you
part.
noticed when Danny Masterson disappeared?
Yes.
Yeah,
I was
he got
like,
Me
what the
Too.
fuck?
Me too.
He got Me Too'd.
Because people were saying that
A woman
he was
came out and
molested.
said that he raped her. Or something
Is he
like
blacklisted from Hollywood right now or whatever?
That's why he was kicked off that show.
Yeah.
He hasn't done anything since.
that. And there's no proof of it.
I wonder,
either.
did Ashton Kutcher say anything about him being? Nothing. No.
But the thing is, there's no proof, and it's supposed to be innocent until proven guilty.
Is he
but-
going through like court cases and
I
shit?
have no
right
idea.
now?
There's
I
no-
mean, I'm sure he probably has a case for like defamation.
I like him. I never thought he would be that kind of like fucking dirtbag.
I
you
never
know
thought
what I
Kevin
mean,
Spacey
right?
would either, but at the same time,
Nah, he seems like a fucking dirtbag.
he seemed like a dirtbag because every character he pretty much played was
Just a
one.
dirt-
But
yeah.
you think about that as a job, like someone's acting. You don't think that's how they are in real fucking life.
Yeah, but
Sounds
I
like-
feel like Kevin Spacey's always like in his, especially if he's making those like kind of YouTube videos now. He has to be a little fucking cuckoo. In
Oh,
the
no,
head,
I
you
believe
know what I mean?
now-
Yeah, especially now.
Now,
Yeah.
with hindsight, I fully
Rick.
believe he's insane. Sorry, dog. I was doing it for Damian. I know Damian doesn't like him.
We should speak about that.
We will get to that because that's blasphemy. But I really do think the next couple years will tell if anybody who was Me Too'd gets to come back in.
Right.
We'll see if anything happens
Well,
to Kevin
I
Spacey.
feel like 2020 is so. I mean, I know it's only the beginning of the year, but like, you gotta be so careful about like what you say, who you say it to.
How
You know, like you know. Hopefully, I don't get no hate for stating this, but like nowadays, you can't go up, like say you got in a fight with somebody, no matter what their if they were transgender, gay, lesbian, and you call him a faggot, you'd be fucking blacklisted from Hollywood. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Jonah Hill almost was.
Really?
Because TMZ reporter was following him around a couple years ago.
Okay.
And they wouldn't leave him alone. He basically like to the effect of, he said like, "Fuck you, you fucking faggot." Like, get out of my face.
Right.
Or like, go suck a
Well,
dick or
I
something
feel
like
like the word faggot, it's an old school kind of like diss term.
And
In a way, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe that's a vague way to say that, but...
I think political correctness is definitely, like, do I think that people deserve to be called faggots? Like, if they are of those orientations, no. But I feel like other things and other words, and, like, everyone has a cause now.
Right.
Like, I was talking to a Mexican guy today who hadn't heard the whole controversy about the whole Latinx thing. Instead of saying Latino or Latina.
What is that? Latinx? Yeah, I haven't even
Latinx
heard of
is
that.
just the gender neutral version of it.
Jesus.
Gender neutral version.
And
I don't get it.
it's just that way, like, you can talk about the whole population instead of just saying Latino, so it's not masculine.
Oh, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
So there's no more Latino or Latina kind of thing.
Latinx.
It's
Latinx.
Everybody has a
I've never
cause.
even heard someone
It's,
use that yet.
The only reason I've heard of it is, well, the first time I heard of it at least, is that Mr. Iglesias show on Netflix.
Okay.
Where he plays a teacher and one of his students gets him on that. And,
Oh, it's like a whole fucking thing.
yeah, like, it's the whole point of the episode almost.
Okay.
Everybody has a cause that they want to put out there right now, and I feel like everything is a distraction from, and like I said, I do not want to get into politics,
Yeah.
but I feel like everything that's going on with political correctness is a distraction from that.
Yeah. Well, I didn't mean to go off on like a political route. I'm just saying that I feel like it gets to a point where like it starts to like censor really good like comedians or
Yeah, because that's
actors
that's how James Gunn got in for a little bit. It's from tweets from 10 years ago, and they were jokes.
Yes, I think if it's anything like that didn't directly harm a specific person,
Right.
if you weren't like sitting there publicly bashing somebody and ruining their possibilities of making money or just destroying their lives,
Right.
there's no reason that you can't use certain things like that. Daniel Tosh, Jimmy Carr, controversial comedians like that
Right.
can still use those types of words because they own it and they're like, I understand people aren't gonna like my shit.
Yeah.
But the thing they say is like, if you don't like it, you don't have to watch.
Exactly.
Right.
They're like, I have my core viewers. They know what I'm going to say. They know how I'm going to act. They fully expect me to say some stupid shit out the gate.
But I feel like even like comedians that still have that like same kind of attitude or that same kind of energy, like these people might not dig this, you know what I mean, and they still proceed to do it, and those motherfuckers like get their shows canceled. Like for instance, I'm not gonna go.
No,
Let's move on.
I'll throw you Kevin Hart. With the whole, was it Oscars? A couple years, last year?
Yeah, because he's
not this year, but last year.
Yeah.
He has a joke on a stand-up special.
Right.
About how it's about his son being gay, right?
Yeah. And like Dave Chappelle even makes a joke about it on his most recent stand-up on Sticks and Stones on his
That's right.
And he's
That's
like, he said he would take a dollhouse and bash it over his son's head if he was gay. He's like, there's a problem there. You have to buy his son a dollhouse first. But like, people don't understand that jokes can be jokes and
They're
not
just
have to be serious.
it's strictly comedy.
Yeah, like if you look at Kevin Hart, he looks like one of the nicest people ever.
And multiple people have stated that.
Yeah. So I don't believe most comedians. I don't believe most of what they say when they're on stage because it's an act. It's how they make money.
Right.
They're not gonna share their whole freaking life with you.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if they're coming from like a fucked up place and they're like serious about that, like for instance, I forget his full name. His first name is Ari.
Or Shafir.
Yeah, his whole thing with like the Kobe thing. Have you guys heard about that?
Uh-uh.
So like, not even like, I'm not too sure like when he posted it, but very recently after Kobe's tragic passing, he made like a Twitter video or Instagram live video or something, and he's basically like, fuck Kobe, piece of shit, finally glad that rapist died, kind of like thing. And now like he's just like 3 of his shows got canceled, like, and that's the type of shit, like, you know, maybe if he wasn't really like being like maybe if he was trying to be funny, definitely was not the right time to do that. But for him to say like what he said, obviously seems like he was coming from a bad place.
Yeah.
So maybe he does kind of, you know, deserve that kind of shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think if it's in an act, it works better. Because like Daniel Tosh had a segment on him years ago that I don't know how it would play now, being 2 weeks removed from Kobe's death.
Yeah.
2 weeks on Sunday.
Right.
That he basically said, he's like, oh, we won't let our kid wear number 8, but we'll go buy him a number 24 jersey because number 8 was the rapist.
Right. Right.
But I mean, that is another whirlwind, just like the Paul Rubin thing, where how much can you believe? Because it's from people who want to make money.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, I don't know. It's probably not the right time to go into that kind of like case about Kobe.
Oh, honestly, dude, I don't think we'll ever really touch on it again.
Right.
Because that is what it is. It's the past. I'm
It's out of
sure,
our wheelhouse.
and I'm sure people have their feelings on it. and all
Yeah,
that,
of course.
But
Yeah, of course.
life happens, and more than anything, more than I am sad that he passed away, I'm sad that his daughter had to pass away,
Absolutely.
and I'm sad that 7 other people on a helicopter were pretty much not fully ignored, but for the most part pushed to the side because there was a celebrity on board.
Right.
A major
Yeah.
celebrity.
But more than anything, seeing young lives lost is what kills me.
Yeah, it was his daughter and 2 other
I don't
teammates.
think anybody deserves to die for any.
Especially like that. Like,
It was
That's like some Final Destination shit or something.
Right.
Yeah. But ultimately, like we were saying, political correctness is ruining a lot of things. Like I said, with comedians, I think they should be given a little bit more room.
Yeah.
Because even Joe Rogan on one of his stand-up specials says, he's like, don't believe everything I'm saying on here. He's like, I'm probably lying to you. He's like, he said, my wife is my favorite person. I titty fuck her butt cheeks. He's like, I'm just kidding. He's like, where am I? Like, you'll never know because it's not your guys' place to know everything. He's like, it's a joke. It's supposed to come out.
It's supposed to make you laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, so you're supposed to listen and take what you will out of anybody's set or whatever.
Right.
Or
Enjoy the entertainment. Yeah.
everybody getting offended, and half the time the people that are getting offended aren't offended for themselves.
Right.
They're offended for other people or because they've heard everybody else crying about it.
Right.
Everybody's picking up everybody else's torch. So hopefully one day this all gets sorted out and maybe we won't have so many distractions and we can actually just focus on what's being played on screens and stuff like that and not have to worry about so-and-so's feelings getting hurt. But I also understand making people want to feel comfortable.
Right.
There's a fine line you have to draw, but I don't think it should affect what you see on screen. You should be able to put it on screen and people should be able to differentiate the two.
Exactly.
So,
Exactly. I'd agree with that.
but from there, what else happened this week?
what else happened?
I got one thing that I sent you last night that got me excited. First podcast, I believe it was, or was it our first news video? We talked about Doctor Strange losing a director.
Yes, we did. That was in the first podcast.
Yes.
Second podcast.
So, you want to tell everybody who the new director is?
The big man is back. I don't know if you heard it. Sam Raimi.
What?
Gonna direct Doctor
Yeah.
Strange into the Multiverse of Madness.
Oh,
Confirmed.
Yeah. And you know what's funny about that too? I just realized earlier that in Spider-Man 2, when they're going over the headlines about Doc Ock, they're trying to give him a name, and he's like, Doctor Strange.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Forgot about
he's
that.
always been wanting to fuck around with Doctor Strange.
Full circle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
That
I like
actually-
that.
So you got J.K. Simmons back in that end credits scene as J. Jonah Jameson. Now you got Sam Raimi in the in the Marvel.
It only
cinematic
makes
universe.
sense for Toby to kind of start peeking his head in.
I would cry.
Yeah.
Just saying.
I would
we
cry.
discussed that on the last.
Yeah.
I know.
podcast.
I'm just.
I would lose my balls,
know.
marbles.
And for anybody who knows, Sammy Raimi is probably like one of my all-time favorite directors.
got Evil
Yeah,
Dead,
Evil Dead, Army of Darkness.
Army of Darkness.
Spider-Man 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. Well, 1 and 2. I don't count.
He directed
We all
He
choose to
directed
ignore the third one.
Don't Breathe, right? Or did he?
No,
just
he produced
produce
it.
That? That's right.
And he
that's right.
produced the Evil Dead remake,
Mm-hmm.
which that was probably one of the best horror remakes I've seen.
I still haven't watched it.
I heard there's remake. There's supposed to be
Another
another reboot.
And they're still involved with it too.
Sammy is.
Yeah, Sam and Bruce Campbell.
I guess they would have to be.
Yeah, Bruce
You know
Campbell
what I
produced
mean?
it too. And Sam Raimi also did that movie Drag Me to Hell. I don't know if you ever saw it. With
Yeah,
Justin
yeah.
Long and that.
Yeah.
I never saw it, but I
Justin Long was in it?
Yeah.
I don't think I've watched it.
I haven't seen it either, but I know like that's like,
The
one of his
only
last.
horror movie I've ever seen with Justin Long.
Jeepers Creepers.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I loved the first Jeepers Creepers.
Me too.
It was fantastic.
Jeepers Creepers will always be like kind of like
Except the movies were made by a
Classic.
pedophile.
No, the
Really?
third one. I thought it was just the third
just
one.
the third one.
All of them. That same director. Yeah.
What's the name of that
I
director?
mean, I get.
Are you
I-
telling me the same director, the director of the first one, directed the third one?
Why are all these
Yeah.
guys rapists?
Have you seen the third one?
No, I refuse to see it.
It looks god awful.
Yeah.
Dude, like, it hurts my brain.
He fucked that one up.
It hurts my
Yeah.
brain.
Yeah, I think he did his time for it, but still, I mean.
Yeah.
Did he direct Crawl? No, I'm
No.
totally wrong.
The dude who directed Crawl is the one who directed the Hills Have Eyes remake.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I love that too.
Oh,
Remake? Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Remember The Gift?
With Joel Edgerton.
I did with the Keanu Reeves and shit.
Oh, that's a different gift. Yeah.
Sammy Raimi.
Oh, Sam Raimi directed that. Yeah, I was like that. But the last movie Sam Raimi directed, what was it? It was like
The last movie.
the one he
did?
directed. Yeah.
I
Movie
did.
period. I can't even think of the last movie he directed.
Dude, I feel like he's gone dark for a while.
Was
I
it?
feel like Drag Me to Hell might have been one of the last ones.
No,
As
he's
a director?
produced so many movies that it's hard to like find like the ones that he's like.
I got you on
directed.
IMDb because it shows.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Here, I got it. You guys settle the fuck down.
But there's one other movie trailer that came out this week too that I'm excited for that we'll talk about in a minute. But is there anything that Sam Raimi could do in the new movie that you would be excited for?
That's the last one he did.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
Oh.
Oz and Oz the Great and Powerful.
Okay.
That was 2013, so it's been a while.
Wow.
Been a
7
couple
years.
years. Been a couple of years. Yeah.
7 years.
He's coming back
Almost
strong.
a decade.
Ooh, with him, I hope there's some shots like in Spider-Man 2, the hospital scene where Doc Ock's getting operated on. The quick cuts, like it looks like Evil Dead.
That'd be dope.
I hope there's stuff like that.
You mean Doctor Strange?
Yeah, Doctor Strange. Yeah.
I would be excited to see him do a lot of things. I will be mad if there's not a nod to Spider-Man.
There would have to be like there.
And
there
it's a
would just have to
multiverse.
be.
Oh, dude, and that's the beauty of it.
Yeah. So they
That-
could easily bring in
Toby.
shit.
Post-credit
Yeah.
scene, pitching it now. What we talked about last week.
Maybe it's not.
Where they
Maybe it's
introduce-
more than a post-credit scene. Maybe it's more.
Andrew
I'd be happy
and
with that
Toby?
too. I'd be cool with Andrew. Don't get me wrong. But the one I want Ben Parker, Tobey Maguire. Take
As
off
Ben
the mask.
Parker?
Just take off the mask. Like, as Spider-Man though. Like, a multiverse Spider-Man where Peter died instead of Ben.
Oh, okay.
And he was bitten instead and everything. And
You should send it to him.
dude, I wish, but they will never, ever.
Just be like, dude,
Answer a
please
phone
just
call from
listen
me.
to me.
Like, do this shit now.
Please.
I would love that, but the world isn't always fair. Especially if you listen to people like Ryan Johnson. He's one of those guys. All you have to do is look at The Last Jedi,
Yep.
where he advocates for not giving people fan service.
Right.
Because if you do that, it dilutes the product. And you never give anybody anything interesting or new to look forward to.
You can do both.
I agree. That's his opinion.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot
And
of
it sucks.
people... I still haven't watched Knives Out, so I can't say.
I went to the movie theater. This is like at 10 o'clock at night, and I don't do good. with that. I fell asleep within 10 minutes.
He always does.
Yeah. If it's past 10, I can't do it.
Well, what? It was around 10ish when we went and watched Jay and Silent Bob, wasn't it?
Yeah, but I did that one.
But you guys went and saw them.
Yeah.
That was fantastic.
Yeah.
I will always. That was one of my favorite memories.
That wasn't a bit.
So, what? Last but not least, what would you want to see from Sam Raimi directing it?
For Doctor Strange. That's definitely just hopefully more of like a horror aspect. Not necessarily. It doesn't have to be like full on Evil Dead kind of stuff, but like definitely more horrific kind of stuff. I know how like Sony's different, of course, but like how they said Venom was gonna be like kind of like a horror movie. They definitely did not do that.
Well, they should have.
Yeah. And they definitely should have. Even though I think Venom's a decent film.
I think it was lacking in script, but other than that,
It's watchable.
Yeah,
it's watchable. I thought it was a good movie.
Yeah.
I think if they showed a little bit more of Venom, it would have been cooler. I mean, fucking jeez.
I think also the CGI needed to be fixed a little.
Really?
It looked kind of rubbery.
I did. It looks like, yeah.
But how can you really live action make a symbiote? Because I thought fucking Sammy Raimi's version of Venom, like symbiote wise, looked better.
That's what I'm saying.
Symbiote.
It looked more like physical, like you could touch it.
And if it was bulkier, I think it would have worked in the same movie.
Yeah.
Like
they
physically,
definitely
like,
should
like,
have Topher
physically,
Grace.
if he was bigger-
And he shouldn't have had the screech.
Yes.
Should have been Topher Grace.
The
Yeah.
Screech, I think, belongs more to Carnage or even Scream.
Yeah, Venom should be like a growl.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you guys think about the Venom 2?
I'm definitely excited for Woody Harrelson.
Woody.
Woody Harrelson, Andy Serkis is directing, which is odd, but I think
What is he
Andy
most
Serkis?
famous for?
He's
Andy
most
Serkis
famous
is-
from motion capture work. Like he was Golem in Lord of the Rings.
Oh, okay.
He's also, like, if you want to remember his face, if you watch Black Panther, he's Ulysses Claw.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
So, he's also going to be Alfred in
the new
the Batman.
I can kind of dig it.
Yeah,
I could kinda
I
dig that.
love the unique casting they did for that movie.
Yeah.
And that was the one we left out of last week, casting wise, for the Batman when we were talking about it, was Andy Serkis.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, no, other than that, I'm very excited for Venom. I hope that it does well. There's a lot to look forward to with that.
And Morbius, and like I think it's because Morbius.
left
You saw the
field.
trailer, right?
Yes.
And you see the picture of Spider-Man behind him.
Yep.
And you saw Michael Keaton at the end.
Yeah.
Did you notice that picture of Spider-Man though is literally
From
Spider-Man 2?
yeah,
Flipped.
Spider-Man 2 flipped.
Like
the Sam Raimi.
Spider-Man 2.
Oh, is it just flipped?
Yeah.
It's just flipped.
So it could be
I knew
just
it was
a
Sammy
reference.
Raimi's Spidey.
It could be just a reference, or they could be starting to connect them now. So that kind of makes me think like Venom 2 could be more connected to
It's more-
Tom Holland.
Morbius is
especially-
part of MCU,
It's
right?
technically not. It's
It's
Sony.
Sony. It's
But-
part of their Spider-Verse.
But the new deal they did with Marvel might make it to where that's going to have to start happening.
Okay.
That way they get to use Spider-Man in the MCU.
Which is
still.
why I think Michael Keaton. He's in at the end of that
Yeah.
trailer.
Okay.
He's
As
saying-
Vulture.
Yeah, as Vulture.
As Vulture, right.
So,
He might be recruiting him for the Sinister Six, I think.
which I would be happy for a Sinister Six movie finally. It feels like it's been too long. They talked about it when Andrew Garfield.
Well, they had a release date and everything.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Did they ever, was Morbius ever part of Sinister Six? I never thought he
I
was.
don't think he
I
was.
don't think he
Yeah,
was. So, in the comics, he starts out as a villain and becomes remorseful, and then starts working with Spider-Man and like.
He first appeared in Blade, right?
I
I want to say.
I
thought.
don't want to say yes or no.
I'm gonna fact check.
But
It'll be
I
Nate.
know he started off as a villain, but like he started reining it back because he has like more humanity and stuff. And I know him and Blade had a few showdowns. I want to say he started in Spider-Man though.
Okay.
I could be
Yep,
wrong.
The Amazing Spider-Man 101.
Word.
So he's. I will watch it for one reason only. I want to give Jared Leto a chance to redeem himself.
I didn't think he was that bad of a Joker, but I kind of just feel like there was too much of like his opinion about the Joker, and then too much of, like the director's side opinion of the Joker, and what they created wasn't necessarily what was meant to happen. I thought it was cool that he had like tattoos, but for him to have like that shit across his forehead and the grills and shit, like.
Well, the grills made sense because the story behind that was that Batman like
that was
beat the
Cap's
shit out of
teeth.
him.
That
Those were
wasn't-
Cap teeth.
Oh, those are Cap teeth.
Yeah,
those are
Batman
grills.
beats the shit out of
So
him.
I'm an asshole.
No.
But so I'm an asshole. But
I'd like to agree, but like from the videos I've listened to, he didn't have a fully formed thought on what he was going to do. Every take he would do, like, do you remember the scene where he's interrogating the security guard in the restaurant or whatever?
Yeah.
Every take he would do a different animal. Basically, he would try to do like dog noises, and then cat noises, and then like snake noises. Like he could not decide where he wanted to go with the character and stick with it. And they would keep takes from each one, so it damaged the character.
It damaged.
Yeah,
I was about to
the
say that's why he
character.
got the fucking things out of his forehead.
And then they cut out like 7 minutes of his screen time.
Okay, so the more you're explaining this to me, the more I'm done defending.
Because remember we saw opening night.
Yeah.
I was like hyped as shit. I don't think I've ever been that hyped for a new movie in a
They
while. At that point.
fucked that movie. Did we talk about that on the last podcast? I don't want to be redundant.
I think we talked about it on our first one.
Yeah.
First or second.
Okay, I won't be redundant.
Oh, you're good. I think we didn't hear your opinion, so.
Well, my opinion, it was just a fucking knockoff version, a DC knockoff version of the first Avengers. They got aliens from another planet, and they fucking get this bullshit team. Well,
Bullshit team.
Avengers isn't a bullshit team, but
Yeah, it is.
Suicide Squad
is
was
a
a bullshit team.
Yes.
And then Will
I mean, why do you
Smith,
get those-
why is Will Smith such a cockhead?
He won't wear the mask.
Why is
Jamie
Will
Foxx
Smith
would've worn the
such a
mask.
fucking cockhead, dude?
Hashtag Jamie Foxx would have worn the mask.
Hashtag
No,
fuck Will Smith.
Because if I.
Just kidding, I
Jamie
like
Foxx,
Will Smith in a lot of things.
Jamie Foxx needs to stay where he's at, continue, hold out, and hope this spawn works out.
Because if it doesn't, if he's not spawn, I'm pissed.
Yeah.
Unless you get you can't get Mahershala Ali now. Because he's about to be. But he would have been a good Al Simmons.
Yeah. So there's a lot of.
Yeah.
There's a lot. But like I said, Morbius, the reason I will watch it, I need redemption for Jared Leto. He was such a good is such a good actor, and does fantastic in everything else I've ever seen him in.
Blade Runner 2049, he was a good
I'm not
big
gonna lie, I
bad
still haven't
guy.
watched that.
Oh, it's a long movie.
Oh.
It's like 3 hours
I
plus.
literally have it on my Xbox, and it's for the last year, and I haven't.
You're gonna have to set up a special time. You're
I'm
gonna be
gonna
in
have
the
to,
mood.
dude. My vacation, I'm locking myself in a room and I'm watching everything I have in my queue, attempting to watch everything I have in my queue.
16-hour day.
Oh my god, each day. Oh. But from Fight Club to you ever watch Mr. Nobody?
I've never seen it.
I enjoyed that one. It was really good.
Was that
It
with
looks
the
like
Jared
it's a
Leto?
futuristic
Yeah.
one.
Okay.
No, it's basically there's a moment in his life when his parents get divorced
Okay.
that the world diverges. And from that he has a bunch of branching possibilities of his life.
Okay.
And as an old man, he's the last mortal and he's on his deathbed. Everybody else is immortal. And so they're videotaping his last couple days or whatever and interviewing him and seeing what happened. And they're like, okay, so you've given us 18 different accounts of what actually happened, what's actually.
Yeah.
He's like, well, you have to go back and ask that.
Damn, dude,
report."
that movie's 11 years old.
It's fantastic.
That'd be so weird if that's how it happens. There's you can. I don't know.
It would be
That's a whole
trip.
other
Right.
podcast itself.
We can do a podcast like that one day, talking about
Deep shit.
yeah, crazy shit like that.
Yeah. But I'm give it a different name too.
Right. But I love movies like that, and he was fantastic
Mm-hmm.
because he literally played the same character, but he was able to make each version different.
Right.
Where one he's a free soul and chasing a girl around, and one he's a rich dude, and the other he's working a factory job, and just a bunch of different branching possibilities, and it's kind of cool to think about life that way. And then he has movies like Dallas Buyers Club where he literally wins an Oscar
Yep.
for Best Supporting Actor.
Yeah, best supporting actor.
It's fantastic, but Joker wasn't the right role for him. The only good thing that came out of this movie, branching into the next subject, apparently at least, still have to watch it for ourselves, Birds of Prey is sitting, I believe, at
88%.
88% now
Yeah.
on Rotten Tomatoes.
Let's see if it went
Doing
up or down.
fantastic.
That's good ratings.
I'm hoping that the box office reflects it. We'll see on Monday morning.
Projections were pretty high the last time I saw.
Because I haven't heard a whole lot of hype, and I was not interested in this movie.
Went down to 82%.
Oh, okay.
It was 91 this morning.
Yeah, but it's also gotten how many more reviews? Because it was like 102 this morning.
240.
Yeah, so to go up 100.
Still in the
reviews,
80s
it's
though.
Still in the 80s. It's fresh.
Yeah, I feel like it can still go 50-50 though if it's moving around.
No, like the I think the highest amount of reviews it can get is maybe like 300.
Okay.
So I mean, it can still go down, but I think the lowest they'd be able to do it is like high 60s, low 70s. But I don't know. I'm excited to see the movie, and hopefully something good came out of Suicide Squad. So
It's projected to go 35 to 50 million the weekend.
okay, no, I think that's pretty good, and it's fair for a rated R movie.
Yeah,
So-
which you're gonna see a lot more of, I think.
And I know we talked about this previously, but like if it wasn't for Deadpool,
Deadpool, and then Logan right after.
yeah, but like
But mainly Deadpool.
yeah, mainly Deadpool. That opened the door for Logan,
Yep.
and after that you got Logan, you got Joker,
Deadpool 2.
Deadpool 2, you got now Birds of Prey,
Right.
potential for Spawn to be rated R.
And I kind of hope Batman's rated R, but it won't happen.
And it won't happen, but
Yeah.
that'd be fantastic. But it also, in my opinion, does open up for a future rated R Batman.
Yes.
But I would also hope it would be like multiverse, like Thomas Wayne instead of Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, it would make money.
Yeah, it would be fantastic.
It would make money. Like,
Especially because if you do that alternate universe, you can have Martha Wayne as the Joker and stuff like that.
Martha!
Please.
Why did you say that name? That's his mother's name.
Is that 2 podcasts in a row we referenced that?
That's okay.
Fuck Martha.
You shouldn't have wrote the line.
So, hopefully I will like it when I go watch the movie. I'm excited.
I have a feeling I'm gonna like it.
Yeah, but I've said that on a lot of things.
Yeah.
I don't know.
one last movie that came out of nowhere that you sent me today. The Jesus Rolls. The Big Lebowski spinoff.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
I have no idea what to expect.
The thing, like, and this is just my personal opinion, of course, but I'm tired of, other than certain ones, of course, but I'm tired of sequels / spin-offs happening like fucking 20, 30 years down the road.
Ghostbusters?
No.
I didn't think that movie was that.
No, the new
one that's coming out.
It's a continuation.
That one's gonna be good. I have a good feeling about that one. Just
Not
because
the
it's a
all
good
women
cast.
one.
Yeah, there's no offense towards the all women. There was a great cast for that Ghostbusters all women one.
Oh yeah.
But it was still just corny as fucking shit.
Yeah.
And
I didn't
shit
even see it.
With shit with corn in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my opinion on what you just said.
No, I understand that. I don't see the point for a lot of sequels. I see about as much point in most 20-year sequels as I do in Disney remakes.
Yeah.
I feel like at least for me, it's a hit or miss. Some are like fucking spectacular. Like I love Lion King.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Well,
Aladdin sucked my dick.
see, and I've heard the opposite from so many people.
Yeah, Lion King I heard is basically a shot-for-shot remake of the fucking the animated.
The only difference I heard is that people don't like the lack of emotion in the Lion.
Yeah, because they look like actual animals, and
Yeah.
the whole point is like when they're cartoons, you can see the emotion in their face, and these fuckers are just animals.
Yeah. So,
All right, fair enough. Bash on it. No, I'm just kidding.
It's just another version of fucking animation, pretty much.
It's funny because I hear the exact opposite from most people. I hear most people shitting on the Lion King and sucking Aladdin's dick, and
I saw neither.
I have seen bits and pieces of both because
I
my
did
son
not like
watches it
Aladdin.
on repeat.
I did not like Aladdin. Will Smith being fucking Genie was ridiculous.
To be fair, no one was gonna be better than Robin Williams.
Yes, and he even tried to go as far away from his performance as possible while also still paying small homages, where he wasn't trying to erase Robin Williams.
If he put in effort to be Genie, he didn't do really good.
Well, I mean, it doesn't help that they didn't use his actual body, so it felt.
Well, okay, fair. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. But and I've been smashing on Will Smith tonight.
That is the second time.
Yeah. I really like Will Smith actually, and he's in some of my favorite movies. But yeah, and I didn't think he did really good. The rest of the cast was pretty decent, but I don't know.
When you're that rich, you don't need to try that much anymore.
Well, fuck, then quit, dude.
Right?
Go fuck off for a while. You know what I mean? Go.
Try to rub it in
Let
everyone's
your son
faces
go
so you
do
can
some
half-ass
shit,
it.
you know what I mean?
No, don't, because he's a horrible actor. He's a
a-
good artist.
I will say I like his music.
Yeah, he's a good artist.
He's about to be on tour with Justin Bieber.
Well, he can get in that bag, though. He's
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
get that bag.
I like Justin Bieber. I ain't afraid to admit it.
I'm not gonna lie, his.
I like a few songs.
Some of his. I'm not gonna say newer stuff because he has a new song called "Yummy" that I don't even want to listen to.
Trash.
Thank you.
Trash.
There's a couple of songs that like that boyfriend song.
I like that song.
I dug that, but
That
I will say,
album was good.
the
Believers
punk,
or whatever.
the punk goes pop version of that song hits way harder. Like it is dope as hell. But personally, going back to Will Smith, I do feel like he's past his prime, and I feel like since at one point he was the highest paid actor.
What do you guys think about the new Bad Boys coming out?
Never saw
I've
it.
heard only good things.
You never seen Bad Boys?
He's never seen any of them.
I haven't seen any of them. That's just, it is what it
Are
is.
you not like a 2000s kid or what?
Well, he doesn't like Rick and Morty either, so.
No, we're gonna get into that after the.
Well,
There's no need.
yeah. So
Oh yeah, there is.
everyone is starting to get sequelitis from all the remakes, and
Yeah.
reboots, and all that.
I got
so
sequelitis coming out my cock.
just kidding.
Yeah, cut that one out.
I'm sorry, that's funny though. Shit. My mom watches this.
I'm sorry.
How dare you?
Couldn't have said ass.
Oh, okay.
I'm like
Breathe in.
Jebediah Diaz or something.
All right, so you cocksucker.
You cocksucker. Go fuck your mother.
All right. Back to it now. So yeah, why don't you like Rick and Morty?
It sucks.
Yeah, validate your
Yeah,
reason.
We need.
I don't need a reason. I just don't like it.
I need.
Is
bullet
it like the direction? You know,
It's
like
just,
the
I don't
concept?
know. It's just something about it is like off-putting to me.
You
I
hear
don't
that
like
Rick and
watching
Morty's
it.
about to be a part of the Marvel Universe, right?
Yeah, the comics.
Yeah, the comics.
Comics.
Whatever,
But
it's still
still.
part of it, bitch.
I don't give a fuck.
Rick is planting some seeds.
Yes.
I don't know. It's just I don't like it. I don't like the way it makes me feel.
Why?
Well, how does it make? We
You
gotta
don't
go
like
a little
the
deeper. into
art
this.
of it. You don't like.
Is it the fact that you
You
have
don't
one
like the
dude doing like
characters?
90% of the voices, just like every other
No,
cartoon?
I don't know. I couldn't
Or
really tell you.
or do you just not like it because it's like a trend kind of thing? Because I will admit it blew up. Everybody
Oh,
and
yeah.
my mom likes.
I'm sorry.
it.
When the Szechuan sauce shit happened at McDonald's, it got a little ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Did you watch the video of the dude like on the counter screaming
Yeah.
at people?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. But I don't know. It's just. I couldn't even tell you exactly what it is. It's just something about it I don't fucking like.
I will say the fan base is worse than the show.
That could be part of it too.
The fan base definitely doesn't do it any favors. But
I don't like how they play shit out, like how they're doing, at least with the new season now. It's like, oh, here's 5 episodes, and then you gotta wait a couple months for the next 5 episodes.
well, especially when you've been greenlit for 70 episodes, like just release
Just start
10
putting
episode
them out.
seasons.
Yeah, just start putting
Give me a
them out.
10 episode season once a year.
Good promotion on their end because it gets people like, oh, I can't wait for the next fucking 5 episodes.
Right.
You know,
For sure. But other than that, about how long do you think we've been going so far?
We did not set a timer, did we?
No, but it's all good.
No.
So I know it takes my wife real quick, so we'll have to edit this out. But
It's definitely been over an hour.
And 9:38. No, it's been an hour and 10 minutes. So, go for like 3 more minutes.
Okay.
What should we talk about real quick though?
Oscars on Sunday.
Okay. So then, also the Oscars are on Sunday.
Yep.
And who do you think's taking home the big prize?
The Best Picture?
Best Picture.
I feel like it's either going to be 1917 or it's going to be Joker. Actually, no. I take that back. 1917 or Once Upon a Time.
I'm
It's going to be one of the two.
I'm taking Once Upon a Time.
I'd like to think so.
So, of the 7 that are up there, what do you think, Justus?
I'm looking at all the fucking.
Because I know it's 1917, The Irishman.
1917, Irishman, Joker, Once Upon a Time, Parasite, Marriage Story.
Missing 1.
Ford
versus Ferrari. There's 9.
Is there? I thought there was 7.
Marriage Story?
We already said that one.
Oh, sorry.
There you go.
Little Woman?
Little Women.
Little Women.
Jojo Rabbit?
And Jojo Rabbit.
Okay, I still want to watch Jojo Rabbit.
I haven't seen it still yet.
I
It looks
mean-
fantastic.
Yeah.
Honestly, I would probably say Once Upon a Time. I don't see Quentin Tarantino losing that.
Has he ever won best picture Oscar?
No.
Has he?
He's never won one?
No.
Well, then maybe I'm just talking
Has
about
he
my
ever
fucking
won
ass.
an Oscar
Yes.
for?
Multiple movies.
Well, I mean, like in what?
Main
what
one,
part?
screenplay.
Screenplay.
I mean, there's a lot of good movies in this. I could see The Irishman taking it home.
I feel like it's going to get overshadowed. I feel like a safe choice would probably be 1917. So it
Especially
might
because
end
of the way
up
it was
being
shot.
that. Like last year was The Green Book.
Mhm.
I'm like, really? The Green Book?
I would definitely be happy with Once Upon a Time. I think that not only does Tarantino deserve a best picture, not only for what he has done, but then that's the other thing that's hard to value in with the Oscars. Leonardo DiCaprio won for The Revenant.
Yeah.
I feel like he wasn't really judged on that movie though.
It
I
was
feel
like,
he
hey,
was
we've been
snubbing
screwing
him
you for the last whatever years. So here it is.
It feels like he got it more for his overall accomplishments than he
Not
did for
just
that role.
that role, right?
Where there's so many other movies he could have gotten it for. Where
Well,
I would be happy if he were to get. I don't know if he's nominated for it, but I would be happy if he were to get a best actor
Yeah.
for Once Upon a Time.
He's
Yeah.
nominated for
He
it.
is? I'd be happy if he got another one.
Okay, we're.
I feel like it's Joaquin. I think
Yeah.
it's almost guaranteed.
Yeah. And
I
that's the
think
other thing.
he deserves it. For Joker, he deserves it.
Did you
This
get
has
to see
been-
it?
Yeah, I watched it on my website.
You like it?
Yeah, of course. It's a fucking phenomenal. Yeah. I mean, I think I cried a couple times.
Really?
I fucking.
This has been a stacked year for movies. So
It really
It's been another movie I wanted to talk about. How did you guys? I don't know if you saw it or not. It's called. Is it called Underwater?
Oh, with Kristen Stewart.
Yes.
I have
seen
not.
it.
I've wanted to.
Good movie. I thought it was.
I'll have to try it.
What's his name? AJ Williams. AJ.
Oh,
He's in
you also showed me a
Deadpool.
picture.
Sorry.
Is it the Indian guy?
TJ.
Oh, TJ. TJ Miller. Miller.
Yeah,
TJ
TJ
Miller.
He's
What
in
did
it.
I say? I said
Williams.
AJ Williams or some shit.
I think AJ Williams
Yeah,
is a football player.
He actually did really well. Like he still kind of gave a little bit of like a humorous side to some things, like here and there, like his like kind of like sarcastic assholeness. But he played like a really good role in that.
Gonna be honest, I'm surprised he was in a movie.
Because he got Me Too. Yeah. But
Really?
right before
Why
Deadpool,
is everybody I like getting me?
Right
Dude,
before
I
Deadpool,
know.
Deadpool 2 got released right before that.
And they were like, we're not cutting him out of the movie.
He wasn't in that much anyway.
Yeah, they're like, but the parts he's in, it's too important to go back and reshoot. So
Yeah,
he's
so
saying,
deal with it.
Yeah. It was something that happened in like college for him, and
It's always something way back.
I'm like, dude, don't wait until it's convenient to fucking say something. Just
Right.
say something.
Say
Yeah.
something, you
So-
bitch.
So since we've pretty much touched on everything for tonight,
Yeah.
a couple times on some things, I think we'll just call it a night, and especially because Damian's got to go to Betty by and get ready for work. One last just little touch on it. One more time, where can they find you on your social medias and everything?
Everything is at Just Lucid. Find me on YouTube, SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple. New song, Bleeding Out right now. causing some noise.
Yeah.
A little bit of drama. It all works though. And then follow us on at ThwakJak on Twitter,
Everything.
at Instagram, Facebook, all the good stuffs. And then please don't forget to go on our YouTube channel, like and subscribe, and share us with your friends and potentially family.
Please.
This one's not so PG, but you know,
It is what it is.
it is what
Are
it is.
you guys supposed to be
No,
PG?
no, we're not PG.
No.
We're
Am I the asshole
no.
like running this podcast?
No. I think what we're gonna do is like when it's me and him, we're gonna go probably a little more family friendly. When we bring guests in, I think it's kind of a free shoot.
Yeah. Because when it's just me and you, I feel like we don't really like. I don't know. It just never really comes out.
Yeah. I mean, I curse here and there, but it's not. When I'm with other people who aren't in on it as often, I definitely get a little more free with my curses.
Yeah.
I base it on the way other people go.
Right.
So don't feel bad because it can go however.
I like
it goes.
being here. I'm gonna get fired after this.
No, the fun of podcasts is it can go wherever you want.
Yeah.
So, and once we start getting monetized on videos and stuff, we're not gonna really have to worry about it with podcasts because hopefully we'll get some advertisements and stuff, and we won't have to worry about that and we can curse as much as we want. So,
Manscaped.
Use our
Please.
discount code.
oh, if only. But yeah, like I said, just follow us on all our stuff. Keep tuned to Just Lucid. Keep tuned to ThwakJak Productions. I'm Anthony Stevens.
Damian Leba.
Anthony Stevens.
This guy again. Peace. That's why you get like hisses.
Oh shit.
Fucking cat.
You got reflexes like a cat.
Doggy.
God damn.
I had a heart attack.
I did too. I didn't react fast enough though. You did. Thank God.
Oh boy. Ooh. We're gonna have to edit a little bit, but
Yeah, we're gonna set that up.
all right.
You need to stop.
You were fast as fuck.
That's our livelihood, sir.
Yeah. Down. Down.
I didn't mean to grab you like that.
I think. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like,
I have to. That scared the bejesus out of me.
okay.
You grab the camel hard.
Shit.
Oh.
I saw my life flash before my eyes. Okay, I'm gonna stop
All
this
right.
again.
Where were we?
Fuck, I forgot.
More of this.
Yes. Fucking
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
Did it move? The whole stand didn't move forward or back?
It moved, but I'm not even worried about it being in the same position, honestly.
Okay.
I'm like,
Alright, we're good.
Back to
alright, so
So we're gonna cut.
cut, start. Yeah, we were talking
So
about.
boring.
Alright. One. Okay, so, but first, you have to leave that in.
What?
Like the catch and everything.
Yeah.
Fuck! I knew that fucking cat was gonna do that shit.
You got a feeling?
I was trying to make him get away this whole time. This whole fucking time.
Did he jump on it?
I don't know what he did.
What
He
kind of jump?
he
Oh,
jumped
shit.
down.
He's like, it's like you fucking do it. I grabbed him hard too. I'm sorry. Shit.
You're good.
Yeah, I was like, oh fuck.
Alright, so ready? On the count of three, we'll go back into it. So 1, 2, 3. So